Hey guys, Bubfish here on the BunchaSquares SMP, and welcome back to the vault under the museum. I've got a new pigman friend. He's going to go and use my enchanting table, and probably go and find the restroom. I'll probably need to clean up after him. This is episode 27, I believe? Yeah, wow, and we made some huge progress in our last episode. There's all sorts of cool stuff down here in the vault, but we have even more that has happened since. Hello, can I help you? You're just kind of going to move in. Is that what you're going to do? Okay, you know what? I'll just leave you there for right now. You're not harming anything, so just, hang out. Don't touch anything. It's all my stuff. Okay, so guys, I have made some improvements to the vault since our last episode. Obviously, we've got these villagers here. Wow, that's nothing new. But I have added over here an auto generator for both cobblestone and regular smooth stone, as well as a nice area to harden concrete. So that's all well and good. This is looking super nice. I actually really like this touch with the lava coming down. And I'm super glad I turned the fire tick off before I did all this stuff, because obviously I'd be dealing with a bit of a problem. But basically what you do, you just stand here, you aim with the pickaxe, and you immediately screw it up. What? Alright, so we've fixed everything. Somehow these two blocks had become source blocks. They are not meant to be. This waterlogged slab right here is meant to be. I don't know what was going on there, but if you just stand here, cobblestone will form faster than you can break the obsidian, and everything is hunky-dory. It moves down here into the chest. Somebody's been down here and messing with my stuff. Then of course there's the same thing here, except it's smooth stone. That's all well and good. Over here, I've taken Sven the Bold's rail duplicator and moved it into the basement, and it now works perfectly fine, just as nature intended. All of the animals are doing well. Paul the chicken's just hanging out there by the sheep. This is an area I've set aside. I think I'll just give you the tour from now on. How about that? You really just want to mess with me, don't you? Okay. But no, this is going to be the area reserved for a mending villager if and when I ever get one. But I'm still having zero luck. I have had better luck getting more villagers, a lot of librarians, but not a whole lot of anything else. I've put up what their trades are, for the most part, the exciting trades. There's not a whole lot here, honestly. There's a silk touch for, I think, 9, which is not bad. Then, of course, over here we've got the carpet duplicator. That looks good. I've made a more compact version using the furnaces. That looks really, really nice. But, Here, of course, is one of the big things, and I'm really proud of this room, even though it's very, it doesn't have much functionality right now, really. It's just kind of here. And basically what this is I will take any ores and whatnot that I have, and I will break them in this room. I'll just fill this area up, break it all down. I don't have to worry about collecting things that fall in rivers or stuff outside. I just fill this area in, break it down, and keep on moving. I really, really, really like this light design. I'm really proud of this one because I just threw this together. I didn't, I've never seen somebody use this before. I'm sure someone has, but I just really like it. I just really, 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 really like it. So, yeah, that is how the base is coming along. The vault is looking pretty crazy actually right now. I'm really pleased with it. But we have a few things that still need to be made. Namely, we need a sugarcane farm because I don't have one of those yet. I need a pumpkin and melon farm, and let's see, what else do I need? I know I need a couple of other things, but those are kind of the big ones right now, and I'm hoping to get like a couple of farmer villagers or something to fill up this final row here. And I know I don't need this many villagers, and I know most of them are probably redundant, and they're just, taking up the mob cap or whatever, but I'll get rid of a few of them, and replace them with ones that have better trades at some point here. But yes, this is the plan. So what I'm going to do today is start in on the pumpkin and melon farms and the sugarcane farm, and we will see what we can do. I've got a nice modular design that I've found, and I think I'm going to take this area here and just go from this top layer down and see where that takes us. I think I'm going to make 3 layers, and it's going to have 8 pumpkins / melons apiece. That should be enough to get us through. I mean, it doesn't have to be the most efficient thing ever even. I'm just looking to have a more steady supply of those things so I can trade them with villagers. You know what? You're starting to kind of weird me out. You're trespassing in my home. I think I'm fully justified in what I'm about to do. And he gave me gold nuggets for my effort. Well, he wasn't all bad. He wasn't all bad. Okay, let's jump in to this pumpkin melon farm thing. Alright, I think this is everything I need to start making the different modules. So basically what's going to happen is there's going to be a pumpkin or melon stem right here, here, and here in front of the observer blocks. And when those grow up, it will trigger the pistons. The pistons will shoot out. They will fire the pumpkin / melon into a water stream right here. The water stream will carry it down, or rather carry it over to here, where there will be hoppers leading down, and eventually there will be a chest over on this side of things that will collect all of the drops from the farm. That is the plan, and I think that should work just fine. I want to give it a trial run here soon. Alright, so I've grown up the pumpkin stalks. They look like they're doing well. I think everything triggered just fine. So every time I grew these a little bit, it triggered these pistons to spit out and to push stuff over. I need to see, though, if this is going to be the right height and size for this. Because if this actually does start growing pumpkins and they get pushed into the glowstone, or they don't get pushed into the water stream, then this is going to be as good as useless. So basically I need to wait and see. And if things get pushed to the right areas, then we're golden to keep continuing. If they don't, then we may need to rethink this, or to move it down, or to readjust it in some way. So I'm just going to AFK here for a little bit, see what happens to the pumpkins as they go. The pistons just fired for the first time here, and as you can see from my inventory, the pumpkin did not go down into the hopper. So we're definitely going to have to raise up this glowstone. It did exactly what I was afraid it would do and bounced off. So let's fix that. I've already raised the roof a little bit here. Nothing fell in there. Okay, I've still got the 8. Wow. I'm falling apart here. Okay. So let's just go right here with it and string it over to here. That should be good. I could put one more here, but I'm gonna be conservative on the glowstone. And then I think I can put the ceiling panels on now. I'm pretty sure this should work. Oh, yep, there we go. There we go. We just watched it work. We just watched it work right there. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna leave those there right now. This is a good system. This is a good size for it. It's just going to be a matter of translating that down and making 2 more layers of this exact same thing. Okay, so I've actually taken a break and got a ton of work done on this since I last recorded. And as you can see, we have 2 layers of this project done and dusted. And we have a chain of hoppers over here that leads out to this little trapdoor area. You can check and see we've already got a fairly decent amount of pumpkins because I've been hanging out in this area for a little while just to see how well it performs. It does seem that a few pumpkins get stuck on the sides of the farm, but that's to be expected. This is not the most efficient design, but it does work for what I'm doing with it. So, I think that's good for right now. I don't think I need a ton more pumpkins, and if I do, I can always just expand this downwards and just make more modules like this, because honestly, I actually like this setup. This is a really nice little setup. So, now, though, is the time for the sugarcane. Now, this is something that I really just don't know how to do. So, I'm going to be experimenting a little bit. I'm going to try some stuff with some slime blocks. We'll see where this goes. Alright, so I've set up test number 1 here, and basically I just need to activate the observer, because what I'd do is I'd have the sugarcane here, it grows up, and when it activates the observer, okay, that's promising, but I don't want it to keep going. It's not going to start up again? Okay. Alright. That's not quite it. That's not quite what I wanted. Okay, back to the drawing board. Okay, so really my difficulty with this was that I had the observer sitting on the slime block, which obviously is a bit of an issue. So what I think I need to really do is get it so it sits on one of the glass blocks at either end, and then sends a redstone signal back down the line to that piston. And that should work. But I need to get my redstone in place here. Yeah, okay, so like I don't usually do stuff with redstone, so this is uncharted territory for me. Is that gonna do it? Okay. It's time to test this out already. Let's pop this in here. Let's activate the observer. Okay. Okay, that's oh, okay, so that I think will work. I need to try it with actual sugarcane though. That's going to be the deciding factor here. Alright, moment of truth, testing time. I'm going to, let's see. 1, 2. No, okay. So that doesn't quite do it either. I don't know why though. I thought that once the block would break... That's interesting. Okay. Gonna have to try something else. No! No, 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 no! How did there get to be a creeper in here? Everything's well lit! No! Well, that was almost a bit of a disaster, wasn't it? I don't know where that creeper came from. I honestly have no idea where that came from. Just out of the blue, it feels like. Okay, so... I haven't even changed this yet. Okay, I got distracted there by damage control. Okay. Alright, I will jump right back into this then. Okay, so what I've done is I've created a secondary line of redstone dust going behind the observer here. And basically what that will do is it will trigger this a second time. At least theoretically, it'll trigger the slime blocks a second time after it has pushed out once initially. So let's just test that real quick. Okay, that's a good start. I'm noticing a flaw here in that it's not collecting... It's dropping the top piece of... it's dropping it right back down though. Okay, so it's successfully pushing this block into the water stream. Yeah. But this block right here is getting left up top. I'm not sure if there's a good way to deal with that doesn't involve having a minecart hopper system. I think I might have to do a minecart hopper system if I wanted this to be at full efficiency. I don't wanna. Nope. Not nearly strong enough, apparently. So what is it? It's a 12 block limit, I think? Maybe? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, I AFK'd for about 10 hours here, I think. I was just kind of stood in the area, and I think everything worked pretty well, but, yeah, I like how the pumpkin farm performed. The sugarcane farm did not do great. That is pretty pathetic. That is pretty pathetic. I think we can do much better. And I hate to say it, but I think our best option here might be to scrap the automation and just go for full-on regular old harvest the sugarcane farm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I think that might be the best option. It might be way more efficient than what I'm trying to do. So I was just informed by Zip that there were some signs out in front of the first Church of the Leaf, and of course I had to take a break from what I was building and come over here and check it out. And this is what I found. It's the seed. The one true seed. The leaf is a false god. So we've got, we have competing religion. Things are going to get interesting here. Okay, there's still just one egg in the donation box. I don't think a whole lot of people have actually been in here yet, really, to know what's going on. Because I haven't really done much with it now, but, somebody's questioning the might of the leaf. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm going to leave this here for right now, and I'll just see who reacts to it. Also, I'm not sure if I showed you this, but I have moved Borky's remains. Borky now rests in peace right here. I'm going to dance on his gravestone. Alright, so this is what I've decided to go with. I wimped out on the redstone, and I have gone for a traditional field of sugarcane. And I think it looks really good. I just couldn't get the redstone to work the way I wanted it to, and I wasn't gonna mess around with it too much longer anyway. It was just taking too long to get that to work in a way where it would be worth it to automate it, you know? And it's just way too resource intensive, so I've decided, really, I'll just keep knocking this wall out and building in that direction, and just filling up the area with sugarcane, just absolutely spamming it. And as it is, once I let it grow a little bit more, it doesn't even have to be all fully grown, I get over 4 stacks of sugarcane, which is not bad at all. And given you only need to wait about, maybe 20 minutes or whatever, so if I'm in the area and I need some sugarcane, this is probably going to work just fine. The pumpkin farm, I will need to expand on at some point in the not too distant future. Yeah, okay. So, now what? What was my next project? Okay, so I remembered what I was going to do, which is good. So, I have this giant museum here, and there's not much in it yet. So I think it's time that I decide what goes where, what each of these rooms is going to house, etc., 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 and maybe just start setting some of the preliminary stuff up. So, yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a thing. I'm trying to figure out. I have a couple of exhibits I want to do, that I know I want to do. I want to do like a natural history exhibit with, I don't know, mob drops or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. But there's also going to be sort of like a hall of pranks, maybe. There haven't been very many ultra memorable pranks so far, I don't think. The acacia on the museum is kind of the big one for me. Yeah, so I'm gonna run around here for a while and kind of get a feel for what I want to go where. Alright, so here's what I've decided for the different areas. This spot right up front, I'm going to build sort of like a booth area for some villagers to sit in, and it will be sort of a greeter area. There'll be like little pamphlets, people can come up and get their maps of the museum before going off and exploring. So that's going to be good, So, first thing, if you come in here, this is going to be a food court and gift shop area. I'm thinking the gift shop is going to be on this half of things. I might have the registers under the staircase, and there will likely be another couple of villagers manning those. Over here, I'll have like a food court area, maybe some grills or something here. And once again, a few more villager employees. There are going to be villagers working all over the place, so if you have any questions, you can ask them about stuff. But first off, I'm going to come through here. This, I'm not exactly certain. I'm thinking of doing like a larger sort of, maybe even like a Sphinx-like sculpture in here. So it's a, I don't know. We'll have to see exactly what it turns into, but I do plan on this being some sort of art installation. And that will lead directly into the art gallery. There's going to be little miniature walls stood up in between everything that will have all of the paintings in the game. Along, as well as on the walls here, we'll have a couple of the big paintings, maybe some custom banners, some stuff like that. In here, we're going to have a smaller statue. I already have the statue I want to build in mind. It's one of my favorites. I didn't come up with it, but I really, really wish I had. It uses an observer block, and it's sort of like a knight in shining armor statue. I love it. This is sort of the plants area. I'm going to have, different blocks of leaves. Praise be the leaf. And different plants and different natural history stuff with that. Bone meal, whatever. In here, we're going to have natural history of mobs. We're going to have mob heads. We're going to have mob drops. We're going to have a couple of dioramas with armor stands, I'm thinking, and maybe have a couple of mobs in the middle of things here. See how that works out. Down over in here, this is going to be the blocks of historic significance. This is going to be like, I don't know, like a cornerstone of the old bank is going to be right here, and it's going to be right next to the first block that was dug out of, I don't know, Malaya's base. I don't know, we'll see how this all works. And I have a couple of ideas. Some of it might be kind of funny. We'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, this is cool. This is cool. This one over here is going to be the military and technology history. Now, this is going to encompass armor, shields, stuff like that, swords, bows, arrows, everything that's gonna qualify for this, and maybe in some enchantments, stuff like brewing stands, crafting tables, things that are important to the technological growth of a Minecraft world. I've wanted to do something like this build for a long time, so it's really kind of cool to be able to just pick and choose, and it's kind of going to be difficult because I've given myself a lot of space, but maybe not as much space as I would have liked to put everything in. But that's okay, because most museums don't have everything. Of course, up here we have the map room, which looks super cool so far. I need to have a lot more pieces of map around here. So that's going to be a thing. This room... Oh, I just realized I didn't figure out anything for this room. Maybe I'll have a couple of oversized exhibits in here. I think I'll just do that. Out here, I really don't have anything. I think I might have, like, another dining area or something, or just, a couple of smaller exhibits that don't really fit elsewhere can come up here and just, make things look super nice. I think that would work. This big room, though, this is going to be the Hall of Redstone, and I'm going to have some interactive displays on here, like auto-opening doors, infinite. Maybe I could put the rail generator up here or something again. I don't know. Maybe I could rebuild that up here and have that be a working portion of this. So that could be cool. Replicas of a couple of other things. The different blocks can be lined up in one area. And over here we have a special exhibit. Ignore that question mark. I absolutely know what I want to do here. Totally. I know what I totally know what I want to do there. And then of course, down here at Origin, I want to have a beacon coming from Origin straight up through the ceiling, looking amazing. And of course right here along the wall, I want to have the block that is right here, the original Origin block. It's a grass block. I want to make sure that that is saved for posterity. So yeah, that is basically the plan for what I want to do with this. Before I get too deep into that, there are some details I want to finally thresh out. I need to move that door over a little bit. I need to maybe put some fences up along this side so I don't have to have torches, because I think the torches look kind of dumb. I need to... What else do I need to do? Oh, I need to put trapdoors. I need to put trapdoors in on here. All of these lights. So I'm going to need a lot of dark oak. Alright, so I am just finishing up putting all the dark oak trapdoors on the ceiling. And I think this looks pretty good. I was a little skeptical when I started because this was not the original design. I think I've mentioned it before. I wanted to have stairs around these lights so you kind of had a kind of couldn't see the glowstone and you just had these panels lighting things up. But honestly, you know, I like how this turns out, and that would be a lot of extra wood gathering at this point. So, yeah, I guess the real truth is I'm just too lazy to do that right now. But no, I think this does look really cool. Okay, there we have it. That is all of the lights, I believe, correctly formatted. Nice! So I'm flying out into the distance right now. Our good friend Tezekio has actually been busy building something way out in the distant ocean here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Wow. This is a thing. This has gotten... this has gotten bigger since I've gotten here. What is this? Is this just failing to load here? I think that's what that is. Oh, there we go. There we go. I don't know what was going on there. This is nuts. This is crazy. He's been doing this for... I think he actually started this after I started my episode. It's only been a couple of days. Yeah, I never recorded this episode over multiple days, by the way. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. Okay, so, yeah, Tezekio has been busy. Let's get another look at that from up above. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Now, I figured as long as I was showing off crazy bases, I would show off Sven the Bold's latest endeavor. This is Waterforge. The Waterforge. I actually didn't know what it was called before. So, it doesn't look like much right now. But there is this cool hole here. And if you look up, you'll see that the actual base is up there. And that is because there is a redstone elevator that automatically lifts you up to the top. You actually have to ride it. Unless, of course, you have an elytra, in which case you can just kind of break the game anyway, so, you know. There we go. Let's get up there. There is a lot of stuff up here, too. It's obviously just a lot of cobblestone for the most part right now, but seriously, this is nuts. This is absolutely crazy for the short amount of time he's been back on. What in the world? What in the world? He's got like a whole giant thing going on here. He's got a villager breeder. I knew that, but does he have any good villagers? It looks like it's kind of clogging up. He needs to get those villagers to somewhere else. Come on, is that guy... Oh, that's a cartographer. Okay, well, I guess I don't really care if it's just a cartographer. Now would also be a great time to mention that we have a new member on the SMP. Of course, last episode, or maybe the episode before that, we had a new member join, one of Utokie's friends. I think it's I'm Sparkles or something like that. But no, we have somebody new. It's Coundy. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I butcher everybody's names, so, you know, that's how that goes. But Coundy has joined, and that brings the total of people with mailboxes to 19, I believe. Yes, so there you go. The post office is pretty much well and truly filled up at this point. Alright, so I have fixed this doorway up finally. It's definitely better, and the reason I did that is because before it was pretty much on this line, and it would have led to some really ugly stuff when I put in the fences, and I just now built the fences. So let's go ahead and get this in. And I'll figure out if I want to do anything funny with the walls. And that's kind of what I'm thinking I want to do, is to have, like... Well, let me show you real quick here. I'm thinking what I want to do is to have something like this, where there's kind of a pattern to it. And that'll prevent mobs from spawning. And I'll also be able to put torches or something on these if I want to. And you kind of get the idea with this. Let's stand back and see how that looks. That could be good. I'd want to give it a bit more shape than that and have fewer of these spikes here. But yeah, I think that actually looks good. I think I might do that. So once again, I've let simplicity win out. I've decided that I wasn't going to do that funky pattern with the fences, and instead I'm just going for a basic line of fences there that will prevent things from spawning. But I think that looks really good. I think that looks nice and professional and shiny and all that cool stuff. So yeah, if you walk in here, there's now that nice visual line breaking everything up. I really like this. Okay, well, you know what, guys? I think it's almost time to start working on all of the actual displays. But I think that will have to be for next time. So anyhow, guys, if you enjoyed this, of course, leave a like, drop a comment down below, let me know what you thought of it either way. But yeah, I'm kind of excited for where this is going. I really kind of want to get this all done and finished before the 1.14 update, because the plan is now, tentatively, that Season 2 of BunchaSquares will kick off with a bang whenever 1.14 drops, which means that I need to get cracking on this museum, get things finished, get things rolling, and hopefully have everything ready by then. But anyhow, guys, this has been This Time, that will be that time, and I have just run out of time, so I will see you next time.